Yeah, I'm just recording a little thing to help you understand how to play this character. I am gonna do some game plan stuff before I look at a replay because I think this is a little bit more productive. So Ryu, you were talking about trying to control space like this. But actually, plat players, they just be doing this. They just constantly jumping in the air. So instead of doing that, I am just gonna hang out as Ryu, right here, because you can't hang out. Ideally, you're here where you can hit crushing medium kick, right? But you can't just stand here. They're not gonna let you. They've got buttons that are gonna hit you as well. So you're here, right? And you're trying to get them to walk forward into this move. And there are a couple of ways you can do that. Number one, you discourage jumps. So as Ryu, I'm not necessarily throwing you fireballs if they're gonna jump on their own. So I'm just gonna hang out right here, right? And sure he jumps. You know, I'm just hanging out and I'm gonna uppercut this, right? And I do get other stuff if I do it right. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do, right? And once I see that they're not jumping like crazy anymore, right? Now I can start doing this, right? Because now they have incentives to jump. And a lot of the times, what I'll also do is I'll just pump fake the fireball. So I'll just go like this, motion, and then not throw it, right? Because every time I throw the fireball, there's this motion, right? I go like this before I throw it. So just by going like this, a lot of times, whoop, whoops, I jumped. Whoop, 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 you can convince people to jump, you know? So a lot of times I'll just be here, you know, hanging out, whoop, and they'll just literally just jump. I'll get my uppercut. So that's plan A for the neutral. The other thing you can do if they, instead of jumping the fireball, are choosing to parry the fireball, right? I don't know why every time I hit reset, Jerry starts jumping around. There we go. So they might parry the fireball, right? So something that I might do sometimes is instead of throwing the fireball, I'll go like this. Just from this fireball range, right? If she happens to parry, come in like this, right? That can work. So other than that, I don't really want to be playing the fireball game from out here. This doesn't do me any good unless they're at chip health. I'm trying to get them to jump onto an EX fireball to chip them out or whatever. But in general, I don't want to be here. I want to be here, right? Because here the fireball functions as one of these buttons, just longer. So they might stand outside of this range to whiff punish this. I'm just gonna go like that. Once they start jumping, I can uppercut. Now let's talk about the offense via buttons. So like I was saying, you have this crouching medium kick, and you don't want to see that it hit and then try to drive rush because it's not confirmable. That's not possible. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I might just go like this, no matter what, right? I'm just pressing crouching medium kick, pressing my drive rush, no matter what. As long as I have 4 or more drive bars, right? Because you don't want to do this and then burn yourself out. So you want to make sure that you have got it where they're green. So you can see they're green now. The moment I do this fireball, now they're yellow, right? And if they're yellow, when I do it, I know that I'm going to get burned out. What I'll do is I'll set these to standard, right? So now if I go like this, I go like this. Now they're yellow, right? If I drive rush cancel, I'm burned out. So I don't really want to be doing that when they're yellow. But if they're not, I can go here, here, right? And what I want to do, combo-wise, right? Really basic combo. This, I see that they hit. I go like that, right? Not too hard. You have other options. You can go like this. Level 3. You've got all sorts of options. But what I would recommend that you do is set the dummy to random block. I'm gonna do crouching medium kick, drive rush, right? Here's basic mode. If this gets blocked, I will, well, I got hit. So I'll say it out loud first. If it gets blocked, I'm gonna do standing medium punch into throw. Let me set them to always block so that you can see what that looks like. Right. If Jury mashes standing jab there, what I'll do is I'll set Jury to mash light punch after 2 hits. That's how that works, right? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So if I go like this, I'm gonna mash standing light punch, but if I go throw, and I actually do it right, I'm just gonna get hit. Right? I just have to do this immediately. That might scare her from doing light punch, and then, you know, the more, like, the next level would be she wants to tech the throw, and so I can do like, so, or meterless, you know, I can go like this. Take my corner carry into more safe. So I have options after this shimmy. This shimmy, walk forward throw, whatever you want to do, okay? But if it gets hit, I don't want to stop on the medium punch, right? So like, suppose I set them to block out their first hit. Now this is gonna combo, right? Like, so like if I want to go like this, I have a couple options. Like I said, a really basic combo is just to see that it hit there, go like this. Another really common one is going like this. Now you dash up a sugar key, and as you can see, I'm +2 now, right? And I'm in throw range. So that +2 is gonna make it look like, you know, I can do something like this, like this, throw, right? There's no gap there for her to mash. So this is a really basic option, but you want to be able to react, right? Like so what I've done is I set the dummy now to random block, and if they block, I'm gonna do this no matter what, right? If they get hit, I'm gonna continue my combo. If they block, I'm gonna go look for like a throw. Okay, so let's see if I can do it like 5 times in a row. Well, there is an exception here where they might block the crouching medium kick and then get hit by the standing medium punch, which you also have to look out for. That makes it a little bit harder. However, most people, if they block that crouching medium punch, they're not going to get hit by the standing medium punch. So, or crouching medium kick, they're not going to get hit by the punch. So you can kind of like ignore that eventuality, but it does happen sometimes in play. So I'm going to challenge myself to do it 5 times in a row, even considering that possibility. Okay, so let's go. There's 1 combo, 2 combo, throw, 4 combo. Okay, and you can change the combo to whatever you want. Now what I do actually is, since I am goated, right, I'm gonna hit this standing heavy punch if they don't block the crouching medium kick, right? So like I went the jabs there because she blocked. Went heavy punch because she didn't block. I was unsure there, so I went medium punch. She blocked. You can kind of do the standing heavy punch as well on hit, or sorry, on block, because like the frames are still like okay. However, if the jury does light punch immediately, I'm pretty sure she's gonna snipe you out, right? Whereas if you do medium hit, medium punch, or jab, she's not gonna be able to do that. So again, random block, and then turn this off. Random block, I just see if they get hit, I go heavy punch. If they block, I do standing medium punch. Throw. Heavy punch because she got hit. Throw. She blocked the crouching medium kick. She got hit. I could have done heavy punch, but I was slow, so I just did standing medium punch. Combo wise, I go like this usually. Look at this. Other options are something like that. In the corner, you get this medium DP. So this is your strategy. Make them want to jump by imposing your presence here. They jump, you anti-air. They don't want to jump, you fireball. Throw a fake fireball, drive rush, catch the parry, and then once you like convince them to stay on the ground and play footsies with you, you stay at this range, and then you pick a moment to walk forward. You do that crouching medium kick mix up. Just put them on random block and practice that forever, right? That's the game plan. So what I'll do, I guess, is take a look at one of your most recent matches and just see like how closely you adhere to that game plan. Looking for a recent loss. I don't know what I want to do, Sagat. Lily's kind of unique. Here's a Ryu that beat you. I kind of want to see like a diamond player that beat you. Or sorry, not diamond, but plat. We'll look at this match because Luke is pretty similar to Ryu, but he does like to drive rush forward a lot. So like the fireball can be powerful. And also, I want to look at this first game first, so I see what you do when you don't have an idea of like the other player's habits at all, right? Like how do you act when you have no information whatsoever? This is very interesting to me. I'm telling you, the fireball like round start is super risky against plat players because so many of them will literally just start with this. Alright, so I would definitely prefer you didn't like go right off rip with the fireball. It's just too risky. If you're going to, maybe EX fireball, because then you have time to uppercut if they jump. It's faster recovery wise, but I still don't think it's worth it at this level, you know? Once you start playing masters, high masters, you can start throwing fireballs. Like there's like a gentleman's agreement that you're gonna play like human beings and not animals. But these plat players play like they all share one brain cell, and they usually don't have it when they're fighting you. So bro, definition of insanity, right? The moment you just take this first one, just chill. Or in fact, you can even see that he's like starting to sub. So I'm looking to parry this already. You're eating it. Don't try to like face roll these guys. Just let them. How do I think of this? The more inexperienced a player is, the more you need to think about playing against them reactively instead of proactively, right? Because like if you try to proactively play against somebody who takes big risks, then you're effectively like saying, okay, I'll flip the coin with you. Like if you want to play coin flip, I'll flip the coin with you, but you don't have to. Like right now, what you can be doing is just seeing what this individual does. He's a plat player. Like he's going to be like either super one-dimensional or super crazy. And you want to figure out whether he's one-dimensional or whether he's crazy just by chilling. Just parry these fireballs, right? See what he likes to do. You can walk forward and parry. Like, you see how this guy's doing this, right? Instead of that, you tried to, like, maybe you eat that one, right? You were trying to throw your fireball, fine, right? But now this one and this one, you're eating fireballs that you don't have to eat, and you spend bar, right? So here's how I change this, right? You get hit by this, right? I go like this. Now I'm here, right? And I'm at that range that I wanted to be at. And those were just reactions to that fireball, by the way. I'm not like predicting he's going to throw the fireball and parrying. I'm just parrying when I see him throw the fireball. If he had jumped, I would have uppercutted. If he had drive rush forward, maybe I jab, right? And if he backs up, that's fine by me too. But like, because the corner is approaching. But this is how I play reactively against spot players. And I would have more bar. This is okay, but like you have a misunderstanding of like where you want to be playing. So after this, you get to here, right? And then 93 seconds, you start backing up, right? You back up to this like almost full screen range. And I get that you got hit by one fireball, but like you didn't have to like step back here. You step back to look at this distance now. And he's got that drive advantage. Like he can pressure with fireballs from here. You jump, you can't even reach him. So like it's really a bad situation. Instead of backing up here, I'm going like this. I'm hanging out here and seeing if I can get him to jump, right? And if I can't, then I'll do something else, right? But you just gave up the screen, which you don't do. So what do we do? When you throw a fireball, oops. When you throw a fireball, this is kind of advanced, okay? But where's the fireball you throw? So when you throw a fireball, here's the thing. If he is jumping in on you, and the jump in's good, meaning like he's gonna hit you before you recover from your fireball, then like you already are getting hit anyway. So like who cares? It's all good. Like sometimes you throw a fireball and they jump over and you get hit. But every time you throw a fireball and they're in jumping range, you should have your eye on the sky. If they do jump, uppercut, right? Because like if you recover, the thought here is if you recover in time to block, which you did, then you also recovered in time to uppercut. I'm literally mashing uppercut during this, right? So don't just let people jump in over your fireballs and then land on your head, right? Like the best way to think of it is you did the right thing here. How did I lose my... You did the right thing here. Like you threw this fireball, and what this loot player is probably actually reacting to is... He's probably reacting to, is it an 89-second fireball? He's probably reacting to, if you go in slow motion, right? If I come forward, he's probably reacting to this motion right here. Watch Ryu as you throw this fireball. Right? He sees this. He jumps so late. He jumps so late. Like you did the right thing. You threw the fireball. You got the loot to jump. Now you just need to capitalize. An uppercut here. What I want to know is when you threw this crouching medium kick, did you buffer anything behind it? Okay, you did. You had the drive rush there. So, like, this is good. This is good. That's what I want. Trying to do control space, standing medium kick. Crouching medium kick. I mean, it's fine, but like, this move has like all the startup in the world. So, like, I feel like I see this and then I don't press. It's 24 frames startup, meaning that like usually things that are like 18, 19 frames, they start to become reactable. I'm not gonna like harp on this, but like this is reactable. You don't have to like press into this button. Another opportunity for an uppercut. Like when you're on the ground, like what are you looking at? It's like when I'm here, I'm on the ground. Back rolling, I'm looking. I see the jump. I'm not looking for anything else. Against these players, just look for jumps, man. He's giving it to you. Also, really good option select. I'm not sure what you were trying to do here. Looks like nothing, right? Because like you had already pressed this, but you might as well press. You might as well block and press like your delay tech here. Well, since I walked back a little bit, it's like a little bit optimal. Like I walked back, so I got out of it, but like you didn't. More realistically, you. How am I? Oh, it's because I back rolled, right? Did you just get up and like stand still? Because like when I walk back, I walk out of this throw. And if I'm, did you back roll? You should be back rolling like every single knockdown at this level. You did back roll. So what I don't get is you just crouched. If he has heavy punch, you just get hit here, right? So like, what's going on? He does the tackle. He jumps forward. He empty jumps this. But like, if he hits heavy punch, you're just getting hit. So you're just like crouching against this jump in? What's going on? You see that he's in the air. Hold back. Or uppercut. Just some general purpose knowledge of this move here. Is plus. He was coming in after your whiffs crouching medium kick, so like it's whatever. You kind of just have to hold this, right? Don't mash here. Like delay tech, delay mash. Right? Like one thing that I do a lot is I delay mash. So when I block this, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like delay my button for like a second. Like not a second, but like maybe like 5 or 6 frames, and then I'm gonna press jab. And as you can see, I don't know how to pause it when I'm in this mode, but like I was pressing my jab there and it wasn't coming out because I was in the block stun of the pressure medium punch. You can see that on YouTube when you watch it. Okay. I think we can both agree that wake up crouching medium kick is not the play.
Game over, yo. Round 2. Fight.
You see this move? Like the moment I see this move, I'm parrying. I'm not looking for perfect parry necessarily, because like it can be kind of hard to get. Oh, I really did take over the control at the worst time, but like I'm just parrying, right? I can't punish, but maybe actually in this case I can punish, but no. But it's at least my turn. Like I can do this. You know, he jumps, I can do something else. What that should be here is crosscut uppercut, but that's too advanced, so like I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't mind that fireball. Yeah, you're fried right now because like you got back. Consider this. You got perfected the first round, right? So you didn't really get any sort of... You know, he got it like maybe like 2 or 3 jump-ins that you didn't uppercut, right? I know that because I was counting. And you should know that because every time you get jumped in on, you should be kind of like you got to dedicate like 10% of your brain to kicking yourself for not uppercutting that, right? So like... Once I've kicked myself a couple times, now I'm coming into this round like I'm going to stand at jump in range and I'm going to uppercut when he jumps. And then I'll move on to the rest of my game plan. Just like I talked about. Just like I talked about in that training mode section at the beginning. Like I don't want to necessarily even throw fireballs. This guy's going to jump because he's going to jump anyway because he's no good at the game. So I'm just going to stand here. Not here. Here. Okay, this range is important. If Luke whiffs crouching medium kick, you can whiff punish with crouching medium kick. If he tries to play footsies, you can pick a moment to walk forward with your own crouching medium kick, right? And if he jumps, you can uppercut. And if he doesn't do anything, you can, and he also like contests space with normals, right? Like the only thing that Luke does to stop you from literally going like this right now is he has to press buttons, right? Like he has to press buttons to keep you from walking up. Okay? Once he starts doing that, that's when you get to throw fireballs, because your fireballs will beat your buttons because they have no hurtbox. And his buttons, his hands and feet have hurtboxes. But since he hasn't done that yet, I'm just hanging out here. Like right at this range and waiting for the jump. Instead, you walk back and then jump yourself. And it's like, you didn't need to do this. This risk is not one that's going to pay off for you more often than not. Combo wise though, if you do ever happen to see this sort of thing landing, just press heavy punch. Atsu, dash up. He mashed because he's in platinum, right? And EX, counter hit Hashigeki gives spin out, which you can combo off of. So I'll show you what I would have done. I see this, I go like, jump, it's kind of weird. I see this, I go like this, I go dash. I get my corner. So it's a little bit better than the sweep. I think we're a little too close to the corner to do something like this. No, that works too. You get Loki after that as well. Moving on. I do like this. I think this throw's too early. Yeah. That's just training mode. That's just training mode. Like, you gotta knock them down with sweep, walk up and throw them with that dummy set to mash standing, or whatever the 4-frame button is. You just gotta do that like over and over and over again. Right? Like there's no real rhyme or reason to not get this every time. Do it until you can't fuck it up. And then when you do feel like you can't fuck it up, you can also meaty with other stuff. Moving on again. Alright, so what are you thinking about right now? In my head, he's got 1 bar of drive. So like and I've got a decent amount of health. Like I'm actually feeling like I'm winning this round. Which means I want to wake up kind of conservatively. Wake up, jump? No, man. Just chill. I'm gonna back roll, because I always back roll. I'm just looking to see what he does. I'm out. Ideally, I could do something. Like tick throw into side switch or something, because I really want the corner. But you're doing these committal options, right? You wake up, jump? Just watch what he's doing. I'm not jumping on wake up. Unless he's on the ground. Then maybe I'll consider it. Well, you have to have this. Suppose you wanted to like wake up, jump out of the corner because you're afraid of the throw. First of all, he can't throw you from here. Right? He's too far. He's too far. So I'm not afraid of the throw until I see him drive rush. So nothing's going to make me jump. The moment he jumps... See how long you had to react to his jump, right? So he presses up forward here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now it's reactable, right? Like anything that's 18 frames or more is like reactable. You have average reactions. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, like I get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you did try to jump at the 11th active frame of this jump, which means that like I could see a world where you could say you couldn't react to this jump, but like, realistically, this jump forward is just not an option that's in my head because he's at the perfect range right here, where if I jump forward, he just anti-airs me and I'm still in the corner. I'm probably looking to back off a little bit and play this drive advantage. You know, I could throw an EX Fireball. I could drive rush in. There's a lot of stuff that you can do as Ryu that, like, you know, even if I were to, like, uppercut this, like, there's a lot of stuff that you can do as Ryu. Did I not back roll? Did you not back roll? You didn't back roll. That's why this also feels weird. Like, you gotta back roll. You just gotta back roll. When I get knocked down, you are in this awkward range here where he's like coming down on top of your head and you feel uncomfortable because you didn't back roll. If I switch to player control, I back roll, which makes my anti-air much easier. And my escape attempt much easier. So back roll. I had something else to say, but honestly, I forgot. Oh, yeah. Even in the world where, like, I am forced to block here, I'm just doing stuff like this, right? Because I didn't know he was going to do that. I didn't get to that part of the replay yet. Because he has low drive, and I've got a shitload of drive, so I want to use some of my drive to get rid of some of the rest of his, you know? A really, like, popular option might be to go something into Donkey Kick. On block, that would have taken away the rest of his drive. I respect it. I respect the dash. This is all fine. Now what do you do? I hope you play this range. I hope you play this range, because if you play this range, he's jumping, right? What I think you're going to do is I think you're going to back yourself all the way to the corner, or I think you're going to try to jump at him. And whether or not that gets hit or not, like whether or not you land the jump in, I don't care. Like, it's still a bad move. I feel like this replay review's over. So that's the idea. You're not really playing the Ryu game plan. Stick at the range I talked about. Wait for them to jump. They're going to hand you wins. And we can talk about more stuff later down the line.